Thank you.
I'm
I'm
really
glad
excited.
too.
I think you're a big addition. So let's talk about that decision. Like,
Yeah.
I know when you came on stage and talked about the injury, you said, I haven't thought about it. When did you make the decision and what went into it?
Yeah. Realistically, throughout the season, my goal was to play my role. I wanted to at least finish out the season with the guys. I felt like it wasn't good for me to give up on them. You know, we'd gone through so much together. So I wanted to at least play through the season, get to winter break and see how I felt. Once that hit, obviously staff and everybody things took a little bit of a left turn midway through the season. But as soon as Dillingham got the job and he came in, we sat down and talked. He talked to the team and everybody else. I would say I got some good confidence from Dillingham and Amy and Ward and those guys to be like, yeah, like I could do this. And like I said, they got to sign off on me. You know, at some point, I can say I want to come back, but it's not in my hands. And they're obviously taking a chance on me, and I'm very appreciative of that.
And how is your knee now? Like, is it pretty good? Or
Yeah. No, I'm feeling very confident.
When did you have the surgery?
Oh,
Do you remember?
August. It was in August. Yeah, because let's see, it
It was
first week of
before the
spring.
season started.
Yeah, first week of fall camp. So it was August.
Okay.
I'm about 6.5, almost 7 months.
Okay.
So I'm feeling good.
So what do you like about him? What I mean, obviously he seems like an energetic guy.
Yeah.
He seems like you. I've heard that he plays chess and he does card tricks.
Yeah.
So I think he's a lot like you do all these different things.
Yeah,
So
I think he meshes really well. I mean, he's a younger guy. He's the youngest head coach in NCAA, yeah, or Power 5, yeah. Like, he is able to resonate, I think, with the younger guys, and I think that's really good. He's high energy. He comes in. He's ready to make a boom here. Not only that, he loves this school. He went to this school and he wants to see this school flourish.
So you see his passion, you guys.
I do every day. I mean, you can hear his passion when he walks into a room. He lights up a room. Now, whether everybody's laughing or getting juiced up, you know, regardless, you're gonna hear him and you're gonna see him in a room.
What did you learn last year from kind of just being as a player coach and almost in a coaching mentorship role the whole season?
Yeah. Okay, so the biggest thing that I learned is, one, as a coach, you got to be really patient. Like, people totally undervalue the effort and commitment it takes to be a coach. So that's one. And then, like, from my perspective, it was trying to broaden, like, open my eyes, right? Like, to not just what my position or my specific position or position group is doing, right? What are the linebackers doing? What are the corners doing? What are safeties doing? Like, how does all of this fit together? Because I think when you're on the field and you're playing and you're in the middle of an 8-play drive, like, you kind of get blinded by what everybody else is doing, right? Like, you know the safety is there, but you don't really know what his responsibility is, or, you know, so I try to open my eyes as much as possible and understand how the defensive flows and how, like, just situations in the game that people don't think about, you know, and I think that's where I just try to gain as much football IQ as I could.
So you make it a good out of bad. Obviously, you didn't suck to not be able to play, but do something productive.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because the only time I would really get sad about my injury or anything like that was after the games, because I wasn't sad that I wasn't playing. I was sad that I felt like I didn't do enough, right? It wasn't that, man, I should have been out there and we could have won because of me. It was more so I failed at my responsibility of coaching my friends, right? Because at the end of the day, we went through all this together, and I know we had a talented group. I know we were able to accomplish more than we should have. And I wish that's what every week I just tried to do better and better. So that's the only time I was really upset. After that, it was time to go back to work. In this game, in this league, like, you got to be able to brush it off and go into the next week. And at that point, I was watching so much film. I was helping out so many people that I was like, I didn't really care about my knee. Like, I was in that circumstance and I wasn't going to change it. So why pout about it?
Were you instrumental at all in the guys coming out of the portal? Cooper Stansberry and BJ, right?
I would say that's on Dillingham, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
And I would say that's on Dillingham and Coach Ward. You know, of course I talked to them and gave them my 2 cents, and I love those guys. I mean, they're going to, regardless of whether you're here or not, they're going to be my brothers for life. I played with them. I sweat with them. I cried with them. I bled with them. And so realistically, wherever they are, they're always going to be my family. But I would definitely say all the guys that did enter the portal, of course I wanted them to come back because I think they're great ball players. But I would say a lot of that's probably on Coach Ward and Dillingham, so I can't take credit for that.
Do you look at yourself, it seems like you are the leader, like even like Jordan said, you're the man, like you're the guy, this is your team.
I'm just the grandpa now. I don't know. Yes, I mean, out of process of elimination, I guess so. But I do think that there's some guys that came in that are really good leaders, and I think you need more than just one person. I think that's how good teams become great, when you have guys that are not only are they willing to buy in, and they're willing to accept their roles. And if I'm going to be the leader, I have to accept that role. And everybody else who wants to be leaders, they need to accept it, and other people need to follow as well.
But does it make you feel good that they really think of you that way?
It makes me feel confident that they trust me. I'll put it that way. I want my teammates and the guys that I play with to trust me, and so if they feel that way and think that way about me, then yes, I am very happy about that, because I think that's that's how we win games.
So Ward is a guy that likes to have an aggressive defense. He really is stresses being impactful with the front four.
Yeah.
What are some things that really kind of jump out to you as you learn more about his defense and his scheme, his philosophies?
Yeah, a lot of sacks and a lot of tackles for loss. Juices me up. You ask any D lineman, if you can say, hey, you come play this and you're going to get a lot of TFLs and a lot of sacks, not a single person in the country that wouldn't jump at that. So
what is it like for you just to know that he wants to do these things and get after your...
It makes me happy. I mean, like, it's exciting, right? Because when you can do things like that and be aggressive and play fast and worry about mistakes later, but be disciplined and run to the ball like Washington State did last year. I mean, if you go watch Washington State's defense last year, they were crazy. I mean, this is the best thing that you can say. I was actually watching film with some of them. The best thing you can say about a defense is not that they're really good or really talented. It's that, holy shit, they run to the ball. Like, that's probably the scariest thing for an offense, to have 11 guys sprinting full speed, not caring about their body, and just running to the ball. That's probably the scariest thing that any offense could ever see. And regardless of how talented or how great the scheme is, if you have guys that are willing to lay it out on the field like that every play, nobody's going to stop you.
Have you seen kind of just the rest of the D line in that room just kind of, really kind of adapt to the changes and kind of this new era?
Yeah, I think there's a mix, right? Because we have guys that have been here with the old staff. You got me, who's been here forever, and you got young guys, one who are just coming into college for the first time, and you have guys that are coming in from different schools. I think there's a weird kind of feeling out period, right? Of like, who are the coaches, how is stuff going to work, this and that, and how are we all going to blend well together? I think everybody's doing a really good job. I think we're all blending well, and I think everybody has come in with the right mindset to try to get to where we want to get to.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mike.
appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Good luck.